something that I was hoping to do with this adaptation is create a version of this play that everyone could feel like they saw themselves in.
To be or not to be.
Riz, thanks for taking the time to chat with me today.
Good to see you, my friend.
Now, given the dozens of cinematic adaptations of Hamlet, when you approached this project, do you have that legacy in mind of the ways to honor previous adaptations, set yourself apart from previous adaptations, or is this just approached as one unique original character that you'd approach, every other script the same way?
No, it's such a gift to be able to stand on the shoulders of all these giants, from Laurence Olivier to Kenneth Branagh to Ethan Hawke to Russian adaptations to Indian adaptation. It's like it's incredible. It's such a gift, and you'd be foolish not to kind of take a look at them. I never felt that we were in danger of repeating what anyone had done because we had a very singular, unique take on it. And that was a take that was built on our own experience and the specificity of our own community, our family dynamics, and so I knew that it would feel specific and different to anything that had been done, um, on screen for Hamlet in Shakespeare's verse. Actually, I'm told is the first cinematic adaptation of Hamlet in Shakespeare's verse where Hamlet is not white. And so I knew we would have a particular take by leaning into the specificity of what we were doing. But it was just fun watching all these incredible, you feel like you're just part of an ongoing cultural conversation. It's great.
Well, and I know you've been working on this adaptation for years and years and years. So, like, if you could go back, like, as a vision of yourself, Riz, in 2026, and like deliver a message to a younger version of yourself, either about Hamlet, about your career at large, or personal life, like, if you could talk to that kid back then, what do you think you'd say to him?
I'm not sure. I guess something that I was hoping to do with this adaptation is create a version of this play that everyone could feel like they saw themselves in. And I think growing up, I often didn't see myself in stories like this. I felt like it wasn't for me. I felt like an outsider. I always say Shakespeare's not dead, he's been kidnapped, kidnapped by the establishment, kidnapped by intellectuals. And so something I guess I hope I am saying to that younger version of me that's out there today, feeling like an outsider, feeling like, the so-called greatest things ever written are like not for them, is to actually kind of have them relate to this and have them feel like actually this does belong to you and you do belong in it. And so much of that is down to Aneil Karia's decision to try and make this as grounded and real and visceral as experience as possible.
And you've done Hamlet. You just kind of with Bait. You just almost had a run in with James Bond. You're tackling these huge figures. Do you have another like beloved, iconic figure that you're like, you know what? I think I'm right to take this one on now.
Ha. No, I mean, there's so many incredible canonical characters, whether they're like in graphic novels or in classic plays, and you know, um, and kind of legacy titles out there. I guess something that I've always thought is really interesting isn't so much like taking on the character, taking on the same character as someone else, but like using that character as an excuse to tell a totally new story. You know, that's cool in my mind, and hopefully that's what we're trying to do with our Hamlet and with Bait. We're trying to tell a story that kind of is actually kind of hasn't been told very often, using this vehicle of this classic story.
Well, you're fantastic in the film. I can't wait for more folks to get to check it out. And man, Sound of Metal fucking rules.
Oh, thanks, Patrick. I really
Just
appreciate it, man.
I've I've been waiting 5 years to be able to tell you. I just wanted to make
Oh,
sure.
man. Bro, that means the world to me, man. That was a film straight from the heart, so I'm so glad it touched yours, man. Thank you, bro.